Welcome back to Today we will learn about the explosive developments hitting Salem on Monday, September 22nd, 2025, where multiple shocking confrontations will reshape the lives of our beloved characters forever. Sophia Choi's diabolical scheme against Holly Jonas. The manipulative mastermind Sophia Choi is orchestrating her most sinister plan yet to destroy the relationship between Holly Jonas and Tate Black once and for all. This calculated scheme represents the culmination of months of jealousy and resentment that has been festering within Sophia's heart ever since prom night, when Holly and Tate's secret romance first blossomed behind her back. Sophia's manipulation tactics have evolved into something far more dangerous and sophisticated than simple teenage rivalry. She has been carefully studying Holly's vulnerabilities, particularly her deep-seated insecurity about being truly loved and accepted, given her tumultuous family history. Armed with this psychological ammunition, Sophia is positioning herself as the sympathetic confidant to Holly, planting seeds of doubt about Tate's loyalty while simultaneously presenting herself as his most trusted advisor. The brilliance of Sophia's strategy lies in her ability to make her lies sound like reluctant honesty. She subtly suggests to Holly that Tate has been confiding in her about his doubts regarding their relationship, creating an illusion that she possesses intimate knowledge of his true feelings. Meanwhile, she paints Holly as distant and emotionally unavailable, framing herself as the understanding friend who truly comprehends Tate's needs. This manipulation campaign extends beyond mere words, as Sophia has been orchestrating situations where she appears to be Tate's go-to person for support and comfort. She has been strategically inserting herself into moments when Tate is vulnerable, particularly when he's been desperately trying to extract adoption information from her about baby Tesoro. Even going so far as to allow Tate to kiss her in his desperation, Sophia views this as another weapon in her arsenal to convince Holly that their relationship is already compromised. Brady Black's paternal intervention. Brady Black finds himself in the challenging position of trying to guide his son Tate through this emotional minefield. Recognizing that Tate's heart still belongs completely to Holly despite his recent questionable actions, Brady will make a powerful plea for his son to repair the damage before it becomes irreversible. This father-son conversation will be particularly poignant as Brady draws from his own extensive experience with complicated romantic entanglements and the consequences of allowing pride and fear to destroy genuine love. Brady's concern stems not only from his desire to see his son happy, but also from his recognition that Tate's attempts to manipulate information out of Sophia represent a dangerous path that could lead to further complications. The elder Black understands that desperation often leads to poor decision-making, and he fears that Tate's current strategy will only play into Sophia's hands, giving her more ammunition to use against both him and Holly. The urgency in Brady's advice reflects his understanding that the window for reconciliation is rapidly closing, especially with Sophia's schemes intensifying during the week of September 22nd to 26th. Brady recognizes that his son's genuine love for Holly is being overshadowed by the chaos surrounding the adoption mystery and Sophia's manipulations. Johnny DiMera's deepest fears exposed. Johnny DiMera will experience a moment of profound vulnerability as he confides his worst fears to his beloved wife Chanel Dupree DiMera. While Johnny has made significant progress in overcoming his initial reluctance to become a father, he remains haunted by deeper anxieties about how his past mistakes and family legacy might impact their future together. The core of Johnny's fear centers around his role in their previous failed adoption attempt, which was derailed by his discovery of his own traumatic origins as the product of a non-consensual encounter between his parents. This revelation had initially made Johnny question whether he possessed the moral foundation necessary to be a good father, leading him to withdraw from their adoption plans and break Chanel's heart in the process. Now, as they move forward with plans to adopt baby Tesoro, Johnny's fears have evolved into concerns about external forces that might once again sabotage their happiness. He worries that his past struggles with his identity, his brief period of devil possession, and his recent legal troubles could all be weaponized against them by those who might question their suitability as adoptive parents. Johnny's confession to Chanel will reveal the depth of his love for her and his desperate desire to ensure that she achieves her dream of motherhood. His greatest fear is not personal failure, but rather the possibility that his baggage might prevent Chanel from becoming the wonderful mother he knows she can be. This conversation will showcase Johnny's growth as he learns to communicate his vulnerabilities, rather than making unilateral decisions that affect their shared future. The unexpected bond between Rafe and Sarah. A surprising and potentially significant connection will form between Rafe Hernandez and Sarah Horton Kyriakis as they find themselves sharing intimate conversations about their respective relationship challenges. This bonding session represents a rare moment of emotional honesty between two characters who have historically been on opposite sides of various Salem conflicts. Sarah, who is currently separated from Xander Kyriakis due to mounting tensions and trust issues in their marriage, finds herself in need of a compassionate ear who can offer perspective without judgment. Rafe, despite his personal dislike of Xander based on their tumultuous history, demonstrates his capacity for empathy by listening to Sarah's heartfelt concerns about her troubled marriage. This conversation will be particularly meaningful for Sarah as she grapples with her desire to salvage her relationship with Xander while simultaneously protecting herself from further emotional damage. Rafe's unique position as someone who understands the complexities of law enforcement, family loyalty, and romantic commitment allows him to offer insights that others might not possess. For Rafe, this interaction provides an opportunity to demonstrate his growth as a person and his ability to separate personal grudges from human compassion. His willingness to counsel Sarah about her marriage to a man he deeply distrusts speaks to his fundamental decency and his recognition that love and relationships transcend personal animosities. The guidance Rafe provides will prove instrumental in helping Sarah determine her next steps regarding Xander, potentially setting the stage for either reconciliation or a definitive break in their relationship. This unexpected friendship between Rafe and Sarah may also plant seeds for future storylines, as both characters navigate their respective romantic challenges. Marlena Evans receives alarming news. The legendary Dr. Marlena Evans will find herself confronting troubling information that threatens to disrupt the relative peace she has been enjoying with her family. The nature of this alarming news remains shrouded in mystery, but speculation suggests it could be connected to either the ongoing crisis involving Rachel Black or the mounting pressures surrounding the tightened corporate situation that directly affects Brady Black. If the news concerns Rachel Black, it might involve developments in her legal situation or psychological state following recent traumatic events that have shaken the Black family foundation. Marlena's expertise as a psychiatrist makes her particularly sensitive to signs of emotional distress in young people, and Rachel's case has been a source of ongoing concern for the entire family. Alternatively, the troubling news could be related to the corporate warfare erupting around Titan Industries, where Brady has found himself caught in the crossfire of business machinations that threaten both his professional standing and personal relationships. As someone who has witnessed countless family crises over the decades, Marlena possesses an almost supernatural ability to sense when danger is approaching her loved ones. The timing of this news, coinciding with other major developments throughout Salem, suggests that it may be the catalyst for a series of interconnected crises that will test the resilience of multiple families. Marlena's reaction to this information will likely set in motion a chain of events that will impact not only her immediate family but potentially the entire Salem community. The larger web of Salem's interconnected dramas. These Monday developments represent just the beginning of a tumultuous week that will see Salem residents facing unprecedented challenges. The convergence of Sophia's manipulation, Johnny's fears, family bonding moments, and alarming news creates a perfect storm of dramatic tension that will reverberate throughout the week of September 22nd to 26th. The interconnected nature of these storylines demonstrates the show's commitment to weaving complex narratives where individual choices and actions have far-reaching consequences for the entire community. Sophia's scheme against Holly doesn't exist in isolation but rather connects to broader themes of family, trust, and the lengths people will go to secure what they believe they deserve. Similarly, Johnny's fears about adoption and fatherhood tie into larger questions about legacy, redemption, and the possibility of breaking cycles of dysfunction that have plagued Salem families for generations. His journey represents hope that people can overcome their past and create better futures for themselves and their children. The budding friendship between Rafe and Sarah illustrates how crisis can sometimes create unexpected alliances and how human connection can transcend historical animosities. Their bond suggests that healing and understanding are possible even in the most complicated circumstances. As these storylines unfold throughout the week, viewers can expect to see how individual struggles contribute to larger community-wide challenges, including the major blackout that will trap various residents together and force them to confront long-simmering tensions in confined spaces. The stage is set for revelations, confrontations, and potentially life-changing decisions that will reshape the landscape of Salem for months to come. Days of Our Lives. A storm of darkness descends on Salem, chaos, secrets, and passion ignite. Dear readers, if you're a longtime fan of the beloved soap opera Days of Our Lives, you know that life in the fictional town of Salem is never dull. From tangled family ties to shocking betrayals, the show has kept us on the edge of our seats for decades. But this week, things are about to get even more intense. Imagine the entire town suddenly plunged into pitch-black darkness. No lights, no power, just the flickering glow of emergency candles and the pounding hearts of its residents. That's exactly what's in store in the latest preview for Days of Our Lives, airing from September 22nd to 26th, 2025. A massive power outage sweeps through Salem, turning everyday places into traps of tension and danger. We'll see old flames rekindled, hidden truths bubbling to the surface, and characters facing perilous situations that could change their lives forever. Let's dive deeper into this electrifying storyline, shall we? I'll break it down step by step, so you can follow along easily and savor every dramatic twist. Remember, in Salem, nothing is ever as simple as it seems, especially when the lights go out. The blackout begins, Salem's night of reckoning. Picture this. It's a typical evening in Salem, with folks going about their business at home, work, or the hospital. Suddenly, without warning, the power grid fails. Lights flicker and die, elevators grind to a halt, and the hum of electricity is replaced by an eerie silence broken only by distant thunder or the worried whispers of neighbors. This isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a catalyst for chaos. The blackout forces people together in unexpected ways, trapping them in confined spaces where secrets can't stay hidden for long. For some, it's a moment of vulnerability that leads to heartfelt confessions. For others, it's a recipe for danger, as old grudges simmer and new threats emerge from the shadows. In the promo that's got everyone buzzing, we see glimpses of the pandemonium. Residents scramble for flashlights and candles, their faces etched with fear and uncertainty. The hospital, usually a beacon of safety, becomes a labyrinth of dim corridors where medical emergencies could turn deadly without backup generators kicking in right away. And in the heart of it all, personal dramas unfold like a Shakespearean tragedy, amplified by the oppressive darkness. It's the kind of event that reminds us why we love soaps. They take ordinary mishaps and spin them into epic tales of human emotion. Trapped in the elevator, Belle and EJ's steamy predicament. One of the most tantalizing scenarios teased in the preview involves Belle Black and EJ DiMera, two characters with a complicated history that's as stormy as the weather outside. Belle, the strong-willed lawyer and daughter of John and Marlena, has always had a spark with EJ, the charismatic and often scheming DiMera heir. They've been married before, divorced, and everything in between, a classic soap opera roller coaster of love, hate, and passion. Now, fate, or perhaps the blackout, throws them together in the most claustrophobic way possible. Stuck in a stalled elevator at the DiMera mansion or perhaps the hospital. As the minutes tick by with no rescue in sight, the air grows thick with tension. We've all seen this setup in movies and TV shows countless times, haven't we? The confined space starts to feel smaller and smaller. Claustrophobia sets in, making hearts race and breaths come quicker. In the heat of the moment, clothes might start coming off, not just for comfort, but as a way to cope with the rising panic. But here's where it gets really dramatic. Belle and EJ are exes with unfinished business. Old feelings resurface like ghosts in the night. Will they argue about past betrayals, like EJ's shady dealings, or Belle's divided loyalties? Or will the intimacy of the situation lead to something more intimate? The promo hints at a steamy encounter, the kind that could reignite their romance or blow up their current lives. AJ, ever the smooth talker, might whisper sweet nothings, while Belle wrestles with her conscience. After all, she's been through so much lately, including family crises and professional stresses. This blackout could be the spark that lights a fire they can't put out. Fans are already speculating. Will this lead to a full-blown affair, or just a momentary lapse in judgment? One thing's for sure, when the power comes back on, their relationship might never be the same. Locked in the office, Gabby, Brady, and Philip's explosive revelation. Meanwhile, over at the corporate headquarters, likely Titan or DiMera Enterprises, another trio finds themselves barricaded by the blackout. Gabby Hernandez, the fiery fashionista with a knack for scheming, Brady Black, the brooding heir to the Black family legacy, and Philip Kyriakis, the ambitious businessman with his own share of secrets. These three are no strangers to drama, but being trapped together in a dark office amplifies everything. The preview shows Brady turning to Philip with a resigned look, saying something along the lines of, "We might as well let Gabby know. Sooner or later, the whole world will find out." Oh, what could this mysterious it be? Let's unpack this carefully. It seems tied to a recent bombshell. Tony DiMera's offer to buy out Titan DiMera from Xander Cook and Philip himself. Tony, the suave DiMera patriarch, has been pulling strings behind the scenes, and this deal could reshape the power dynamics in Salem's business world. But there's more at stake. What about Basic Black, the company that's a cherished legacy of John Black? Brady, as John's son, has deep emotional ties to it. If the buyout goes through, Basic Black might be dismantled or absorbed, erasing years of family history. And then there's Gabby. She's been secretly working for Tony all along, expecting a big payoff like the CEO position he dangled in front of her. Imagine her shock when she realizes that promise might be as empty as the darkened office they're in. Gabby, with her sharp wit and unyielding ambition, won't take this lying down. We've seen her plot revenge before, and this could be the start of another epic feud. As the hours drag on without power, tensions rise. Philip might defend his decision to sell, citing financial woes or personal vendettas. Brady could open up about his fears for his father's legacy, revealing vulnerabilities we rarely see. Gabby, caught in the middle, might lash out or scheme her way out of the mess. The darkness outside mirrors the shadowy deals happening within, creating an atmosphere ripe for confessions, arguments, and perhaps even unlikely alliances. Will this trapped trio emerge as enemies or partners in crime? The blackout ensures that whatever happens, it won't stay secret for long. Hospital tensions, Xander's glare and Sarah's plight. No blackout story would be complete without a visit to Salem University Hospital, where lives hang in the balance every day. In one chilling scene from the promo, Xander Cook, the reformed bad boy with a heart of gold, sometimes, is seen glaring intensely at Sarah Horton in her hospital room. Sarah, who's been through unimaginable hardships, including health scares and family betrayals, looks vulnerable under the dim emergency lights. What's behind Xander's fierce stare? Could it be lingering resentment from their rocky past? Or is he protecting her from some unseen danger amplified by the blackout? Hospitals during power outages are fraught with peril. Life support machines could falter, security systems fail, opening the door for intruders or escaped patients. Xander, ever the protector, might be standing guard, but his glare suggests deeper emotions. Love, anger, or jealousy. Sarah, with her gentle spirit, could be trying to bridge the gap, leading to a heartfelt moment amid the crisis. This subplot adds a layer of personal danger to the town's woes, reminding us that in Salem, even medical havens aren't safe from drama. Hidden passions, Chad and Kat's secret rendezvous. Shifting gears to a more secretive storyline, we have Chad DiMera and the enigmatic Kat Green. Chad, the dashing widower still mourning his late wife Abigail, has been keeping his budding relationship with Kat under wraps, and for good reason. Kat once tried to convince Jack and Jennifer Devereaux that she was their resurrected daughter, a ploy that raised eyebrows and broke hearts. Jack and Jennifer, seasoned journalists and loving parents, aren't buying her story one bit. They've seen too many con artists in Salem to trust easily. In the preview, Chad pulls Kat aside, whispering urgently that they need to find a new spot for their passionate encounter. With the blackout throwing the town into disarray, their usual hideaways might be compromised. Perhaps prying eyes or unexpected interruptions loom in the darkness. This adds a thrilling element of risk to their romance, sneaking through blacked-out streets, hearts pounding not just from desire but from the fear of discovery.